Okay, if you could all take your seats, we'll get the program started. I think we'll get started if you can all take your seats. And I want to begin this morning's program by thanking all of you for being here. We understand there was a bit of a jam in the parking lot. We're sorry about that, but we're not at all sorry about the large crowd. This is an absolute record attendance for us, almost 700 people, and we thank you for that. You're really thanking yourselves, so that's great. I really want to thank the speakers for joining us today, the speakers and moderators. Many of them have come from far away and to be with us today and share their thoughts, so that's just great. We also want to thank, I want to mention in particular the mentors that we have. We have quite a few of the mentors who are here with our graduate students. As you know, we're in the 6th year of our Master of Science in Real Estate degree program, and we had a mentor breakfast this morning because there are individuals from the industry who are mentoring every single one of our graduate real estate students. That's one of the hallmarks of our program, the interaction for the students with the industry very intensively throughout the year. So we want to thank the mentors in particular. And then a special thanks for our sponsors. I believe all the sponsors have been shown on the screen, but I want to mention each one of them. They provide the big bucks, frankly, and it makes our program a financial success, which is important to us. The sponsors are Biomed Realty Trust, Ernst & Young, Grant Hinkle & Jacobs, Guild Mortgage Company, KPMG, MG Properties, Pacifica Companies, Reno Contracting, U.S. Bank, and Wells Fargo Bank. Now for the banks, those are alphabetical order, just so you understand. And then our breakfast sponsor for the wonderful breakfast that we all had and enjoyed, Greener Dawn, a company started by one of our MSRE graduates, and our exclusive media sponsor, the Daily Transcript. So let's please all give a warm round of applause for the sponsors. Now, for the third consecutive year, I'd like you to be part of a quick survey we're going to do. It's a sentiment survey, and we've ordered. We didn't know how big the crowd would be, so we started, I think, with about 500 keypads that are on your table. While I'm talking, they're all sort of bunched up on your tables, if you have them on your tables. Would you please pass them around, the little black remote control looking things? We started with about 500, then we went to 550, then we got 600, which I think was the most we could get, and now we have almost 700 people, so I think some of the tables in the back don't have them. So you'll be part of the silent minority, unfortunately, and we apologize for that. But let's begin with this survey because we really want to, we're going to compare this year's sentiments by all of you with what you felt last year on February 17th when we had our 13th annual conference. So the first question for the survey is, what effect will the current residential real estate market have on local commercial real estate markets in San Diego in 2010? If you say A, you say it's going to have a positive impact from residential to commercial. B is neutral, and C is negative, or 1, 2, 3. So A is positive, B is neutral, and C is negative. And if you just push your keypads, we'll give it 10 seconds, and then the results should show up. Maybe they're giving it 20 seconds, I don't know. Okay, well, that's a lot better than last year. Last year, 92% of you said that it would be negative. So we now have many more that are sort of neutral about residential or still somewhat negative. We don't have enough in the positive category yet, but I think you're being realistic. Second question, in terms of job growth in the real estate industry during 2010, in your estimation, will your company be adding many more employees? Well, you can see that. I'm not going to read each one. You can all see them. Adding a few. So pick 1 through 5, depending on how optimistic or pessimistic you are, with 5 being downsizing significantly. And please vote. Okay, well that's much better than last year. Last year we primarily said that you'd be staying the same size or downsizing slightly, and it's clear that we're either going to add more employees or at least hold our own. And I don't know whether that's just your optimism or if you really believe that, but that's great news for trying to come through this transition period. The third question is, from your perspective, the strongest sector in commercial real estate during 2010 will be, and you have 4 choices: office, industrial, retail, and apartments. I'm sure there should be an NA if you want, but we don't have NA, so you've got to pick one of those 4. And this is, you know, okay, for the second year in a row, apartments are the strongest category, but it looks like you're thinking industrial is coming back a little bit. Last year, it was overwhelmingly apartments, I think. Well, no, I guess it's just a little better in terms of the industrial category. Now you have to put on your forecasting hats for the 4th question. And a year from today, the 10-year Treasury yield will be, and again, 5 opportunities here: significantly lower, modestly lower, about the same, or a little or a lot higher next year at this time. Okay, it looks like pretty much like last year. Last year we said it would be either staying the same or modestly higher, and you're saying the same thing this year. Let me tell you, last year, on February 17th when we had the conference, the 10-year Treasury was 2.64%. I think yesterday it closed at about 3.65, so it was up significantly last year, rather than modestly, but it'll be interesting to see, but clearly you're leaning toward higher interest rates, and that's not at all surprising. The final question is really personal for each of you. As a consumer, how would you describe your personal level of confidence in the Southern California economy during 2010? And again, we give you one opportunity to jump off the Bay Bridge if you'd like to. Okay, we have much more in the way of some optimism or neutrality and a little bit pessimistic. Last year, as you can see, most of you, 59%, were merely pessimistic. 21% last year were suicidal. I don't know how we got a bigger crowd this year, but we're pleased that we did. Well, thank you for that, and we'll have those results actually on our website